let's have some light on the subject. There, ta-da! Well, see this temporary seat. Well, my friends, the time has come to raise the roof and have some fun. No. Well, maybe. The time has come to try and get to grips with this engine wiring. I do have some help in that I have got a wiring diagram here. You might be able to tell by the sound, today is another one of those days, windy and occasional frequent rain. Does that make sense? Occasional frequent. It's raining on and off anyway. So I'm hoping I can make sense of this, and my whole idea today at least is to see, will it turn the engine over? I'm not bothered about getting the engine started just today. If I can get it so that the engine does actually turn over, good. Tomorrow, if that is the case, I will go and get some fresh diesel, and I will see whether I can get a tube or something to connect to the feed end, and therefore get fresh diesel in and see whether this engine will start. This engine has not started for at least 3 years. It has oil. It has, it has oil in it. It's only 3 o'clock, and the gearbox has oil in it, and there is coolant in the engine as well. So wish me luck, and we'll see what happens. Oh, I've got another diagram somewhere, so just bear with me. Right, so I have another piece of paper here, which hopefully will help me. It tells me what terminal on here goes where, so hopefully I'll be able to follow it through. We shall see. Where's my... Oh no. Oh, there they are. Managed to break my glasses, so they won't stay on. I have to hold them like that. Hey. Right, so we'll see how I get on. This could take some time. 4 to 10. 1. Number 1. Yellow green. Number 1 is that one there. So therefore, so this is as far as I've got. There's a wiring connection strip here, which is all wasn't a problem because it's all colour coded. The ignition switch, I'm not sure about. I have connected the alternator and connected the battery. I've got an isolating switch. If I turn the switch on, no big bangs or anything like that, and lights come on here, but nothing. There's no sound or anything like that. So I don't know whether it's the starter motor that's goosed. The only thing that I'm thinking about is that there is a spare starter motor that came with the boat. I'm not sure how I test the starter to see what's wrong. And what bothers me is I have a spare wire here. It's a red wire. I'm not sure where it's supposed to go. If I put it on there, on this one here, where I think it's supposed to go, it doesn't make any difference. None of the wiring is getting hot. There's no smoke, no nasty smells. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go on to the internet and see if I can find a picture of the wiring of the back of one of these boxes. It's a key box, key switch box, I don't know what you call it, but it's where the key fits and it's what starts the engine. Yeah, so I spent far too long on this, but there you go. A little bit further down the line, this is fixed up here. Up here, you can't see it, but there is the rev counter for the engine, and there's also a water temperature gauge and an oil pressure gauge. When I turn the ignition on, the water temperature and oil pressure gauge, they both sort of jump a little bit, so it shows the power's getting through there. Yeah, so it looks like back to the internet, do a bit of research. Right, so I have established that the loose red cable does in fact go on where I thought it was going to go, so that's fine. I have managed to get a photograph of the back of one of these units, and everything's okay, everything's where it should be, apart from the one that isn't connected and had been isolated. Is this yellow cable, and I know where the yellow cable should go, and that is to do with the alarm. There's a little alarm sitting here which is supposed to go off if there's high water temperature or low oil pressure, but I'm not going to worry about that just now. But I have been able to establish is that the reason why nothing's happening when I'm turning the switch to start is that the switch is faulty, and I've proved that by bypassing the switch. And if I just touch this on the battery, this is this blue wire here is basically a hot wire to the starter motor, and it's not really turning now, damn, but there is something happening at least. So it might take a little bit of messing about. We'll see. We'll see about that one. I don't think she's in gear. So I'm happy that I've got somewhere with it. I'll maybe just try turning the engine by hand, but I will check that it is out of gear. I don't think it is, but we'll see. Anyway, it's kind of good news. I haven't completely wasted my time today. Okay, so I have removed the starter motor from the engine, and I have wired it up just direct to the battery, purely to test it. So this is a bit of a Heath Robinson job, but by touching it on there, you can see that the starter motor is turning. So my next concern is, why is the starter motor not turning the engine?